Hi, I'm Marshall. I'm the owner of Going Gear, and I'm here in our store in Smyrna, Georgia. This is the extended review of the Nitecore MH10 and MH12. Alright, here we are with the Nitecore MH10 and MH12, a couple of their new rechargeable lights. Pretty cool lights. They have built-in charging, so they have built-in micro USB ports. They both come with the batteries. Big difference between the two is that the MH10 does not have a rear switch. MH12 does. Other than that, they're very similar lights, similar interfaces, similar specs, and all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at the sides, and we'll show you what they have on there. Both at 1,000 lumens, both at 232 meters of beam distance. On the lowest output, you're going to get 520 hours. And as always, you can get the full specs on our site, goinggear.com. So we'll open it up one by one and show you the stuff that you get. I'm dropping all the stuff off my desk. Here is the MH10. Set it down. Other stuff that you get, you have a micro USB charging cable, so you got just your standard USB on one side, micro USB on the other, and then you have this rubber port covered little micro USB that you can plug it into. User manual, definitely worth a read. These are always really good coming from Nitecore. A bunch of good information on here. It talks about the operation, your battery options, your ANSI specs. You have all that down on there. So it goes all the way down to 1 lumen. That's where you get the 520 hours. But a bunch of good information in there. So definitely worth a read on that. And then you have lanyard, spare O-rings, pocket clip if you want to use that. Your holster, we'll show you the holster. Nitecore's been stepping up their game on holsters. They definitely been getting nicer. So pretty good quality on the nylon, nice thick nylon. You got the hook and loop on the front. You can see it covers pretty much the entire light, and you got the hook and loop on the back, another slot there, and then a plastic D-ring for another attachment point. So that's the holster, that's the accessories. Slide that out of the way, and the MH12 pretty much comes with all the same stuff. So we'll show you what it comes with. You can see comes with all the same stuff. So you're going to get the same things for the MH12 that you get with the MH10. Because again, you're looking at the same light, except the MH12 has that rear switch where the MH10 does not. So we'll set that to the side and show you these lights a little bit better up close. Make it where the writing faces the right way. I know that's kind of silly, but we'll zoom in so you can see them a little bit better up close. So here's the MH10, there's the MH12. You can see that switch just adds a little bit of length. I personally like just the side switch. I prefer the MH10 over the MH12. I like all my operation to be in one place. You know, you're holding your hand in one place and you can get to everything from just the side. But I know a lot of customers prefer that rear switch as well. So definitely a personal preference. You can see not a huge difference in terms of size. You just get that extra ½ inch or so on the MH12. But other than that, the other difference that you're going to see is the MH12 has a little bit thicker body tube. So the MH12 is going to be that full inch on the battery tube, where the MH10 is going to be a little bit less. So they both come with batteries. Let's show you the batteries that they come with. We'll open up the MH10, show you what's on the inside of that. So this one comes with a 2300 milliamp hour 18650. Whereas the MH12 comes with a 3200 milliamp hour 18650. So you do get a better battery on the MH12. It's going to give you some better run times. We'll open it up, show you that battery. Both Nitecore batteries, obviously, but you get a 3200, so you get a little bit better run time, a little bit higher quality battery on the MH12. So that's kind of nice. Interface is going to be different on them just slightly, just because you have the rear switch on the MH12. But let's talk about the interface on the MH10 real quick. All right, here you have just the MH10. Tap that side switch, it'll turn the light on. Press and hold the side switch while it's on. It'll cycle through your different outputs. While you have it turned on or off, double click and it'll go into strobe. Press and hold while it's in strobe, it'll go into SOS. Press and hold again, and it'll go into a beacon flashing mode where it flashes every few seconds. Do it one more time, it'll get it back into strobe, and then you can just tap the switch to turn it off, or double click it to get it back out of the flashing modes. So pretty simple interface on that. It's all controlled by the side switch, which again, I like. I like being able to control everything, keep my hand in one place. But if you prefer a rear switch, that's the MH12. So the MH12 is a very similar interface with some slight differences. So the rear switch lightly press it, and you're going to go into your momentary. It looks like it was in strobe last, so let's get it out of that. So lightly press it, and you're going to get momentary. Click it all the way for constant on, and then your side switch, you just tap your side switch instead of doing the press and hold like the MH10 to cycle through your different outputs. So the MH12 is basically a rechargeable version of the P12. Probably Nitecore's, or definitely Nitecore's most popular light, the P12. It's essentially the same light, but it adds in built-in charging, and you get an 18650 with it without having to buy it separately. So tap to cycle through your different outputs, and then you do the press and hold on the MH12 to get into your flashing modes. So there's your strobe. Do it again, and you get your SOS. Do it one more time, and you get your beacon flashing mode, and then just tap to get back into the regular illumination. So pretty similar interfaces, but you can see some slight differences between the two because of that rear switch. Again, both built-in charging. They both come with a battery. You do get a better battery with the MH12, but they're both good options. And with the MH10 and MH12, you don't have to use the battery that comes with them. They're not any kind of special batteries. They're not proprietary or anything like that. You can put a different or better 18650 in either of these if you have some other ones, or if you want to get something separately, and it'll still charge. You know, as long as you're using a standard lithium-ion battery with the protection and everything, it'll still charge it no problems in the light. You don't have to worry about having to pull it out and use a different battery charger or anything like that. So that's the interface and everything of the MH10 and MH12 from Nitecore. Let's take both of these outside, and we'll show you how they do outside. All right, we got the MH10 and MH12 outside. Got the big 40 mag light that I always use as a control, since pretty much everybody knows what one of these can do. Let's try out that mag light first. Tree right there is about 30 feet away. Dock house down there on the lake is about 100 feet away. There's your mag light. Let's try out both the MH10 and the MH12 at the same time. I'll explain why I'm doing that in just a second. So you can see, same output, same beam, and everything on these. So I'm just going to use the MH12 for the rest of the video. All right, here is the MH12. Let me cycle through and show you those different outputs, just so you can see what those look like. Obviously the low one, going to be good for up close kind of stuff when you want to get that really good battery life. And actually makes it out to that 30 feet, not too bad. And then when you need it, you can just crank it up to the higher outputs. We'll zoom in on the dock house down there, 100 feet away, lit up really well. Lights up a nice wide area at once. Really wide beam, nice transition from the hot spot to the spill. And the spill alone is pretty bright. Makes it out to the dock house not super well. You know, it's not going to light up something like 100 yards away or anything. But the spill, you can see, makes it out to 100 feet pretty well. Makes it out to 30 feet really well. So you're lighting up a nice wide area at once. And then the hot spot, of course, whatever you direct the light at, it's going to light up a really wide area. I'll show you those different outputs again real quick. Pretty cool lights. Got the built-in USB recharging. They come with the battery. Good modes, good interface and everything. Let's go ahead and try them out at a longer distance. All right, we got some more distance to try out the MH10 and MH12. Again, we're just going to use the MH12. Let's show you what it can do with some more distance. Crank it up through the different outputs. Boat right there is about 20 feet away. Got a couple targets set up out there as well. So the one on the right is set up at 50 yards. The one on the left is set up at 100 yards. You can see you're not going to get any crazy distances out of these lights, but 100 yards is lit up pretty well. The tree line beyond that is 130 yards. All that's lit up pretty well. Compact light, you got the built-in USB recharging. Lots of cool things in this light. Both of these lights, they come with the batteries. It's just a preference of whether or not you want that rear switch or not. Like I said, I personally prefer no rear switch, but our customers definitely seem to prefer the rear switch because the MH12 is a better seller for us. But it's a personal preference. We'll kind of shine it around, cycle through the different outputs. Really cool lights. They did a lot of right things with these. So there you go. That's the Nitecore MH10 and MH12. If you like them, you can buy them from us at goinggear.com. Any questions or comments, you can reach me in the comments or any of my guys at goinggear.com. If you like the video, please subscribe. I do a lot of gear and flashlight videos. As always, get going and start something. Thanks for watching.